A curious young girl with golden hair tied into pigtails and bright blue eyes discovers a dusty, old door in her grandmother's attic. Behind the door is a hidden staircase leading to a forgotten garden, filled with faded flowers, drooping vines, and a once beautiful fountain now dry and cracked. As Lily steps inside, the air sparkles faintly, and she notices a small, delicate flower sprite named Bloom, her petals pale and drooping. Bloom weakly explains that the garden used to be the meeting place for all imaginary friends, but without children's imaginations to color it, everything is withering away. Lily hears soft fluttering and looks up to see a tiny, glowing butterfly named Pip, his wings only flickering faintly instead of shimmering with colors. Pip, excited to see a new visitor, flutters around Lily, sprinkling her with a bit of shimmering dust, saying, "Maybe you can help us bring the colors back." Pip leads her to an ancient stone pedestal where a magical paintbrush lies, a brush said to restore the garden's lost colors with every stroke of imagination. Lily picks up the brush, and as she touches it, a tiny burst of rainbow light appears, giving her hope that she can restore the imagination garden. Pip takes Lily to the Whispering Tree, a huge tree with its trunk covered in carvings of children's names, representing all the kids who once visited the garden. The tree's voice is weak and cracked, and it explains that each name used to glow with a child's unique color, but now they've all turned gray. Lily dips the paintbrush into a small pool of shimmering water at the tree's roots and carefully traces one name, bringing it to life in a burst of vibrant color. As more names light up, the Whispering Tree's branches start to stretch and grow, and small leaves of emerald green begin to sprout. Bloom leads Lily down a winding petal pathway, where once bright flower petals are now dull and lifeless, crunching under their feet like dry paper. Lily touches each flower with her brush, imagining their original colors, and they bloom back to life in a swirl of reds, yellows, and blues. As the colors return, tiny, joyful giggles fill the air, the laughter of hidden flower sprites, peeking out shyly from behind petals. Lily smiles as Bloom, now brighter and more cheerful, twirls in the air, her own petals starting to regain a soft pink hue. Pip brings Lily to the center of the garden, where the fountain of forgotten dreams stands, its waters once sparkling with all the dreams of the children who visited. Now, the fountain is dry, its stone surface cracked, and the carvings of dreams on its base are covered in moss and grime. Lily gently brushes away the moss and dips the paintbrush into a tiny droplet of remaining water, painting each carving with careful, vibrant strokes. With each dream restored, the fountain begins to bubble and flow, filling up with water that shines with every color of the rainbow, reflecting Lily's beaming face. Lily, Bloom, and Pip venture into the maze of shadows, a dark, twisting maze where all colors are drained away, and shadows slither along the walls. In the center of the maze, they encounter Shade, a mischievous shadow creature who wants to keep the garden gray and dull. Shade taunts Lily, saying she'll never be able to paint away his darkness, making the shadows swirl menacingly around them. Lily bravely lifts her brush, imagining a bright, warm light, and sweeps it across the walls, filling the maze with glowing patterns and chasing Shade away. Beyond the maze, they enter the lantern grove, where trees hang with dozens of lanterns, each containing a different color of light. But the lanterns are all dark and cold, their light stolen away by Shade's tricks, leaving the grove silent and empty. Lily uses a paintbrush to touch each lantern, imagining a color, and one by one, they begin to flicker and glow softly. As the grove lights up, the trees start to sway gently, and soft, melodic chimes fill the air, welcoming back the colorful lights. Pip excitedly leads Lily to the Rainbow Bridge, a delicate archway that used to connect the garden to the world of imagination. The bridge is broken, its vibrant colors faded into dull grays, and the gap in the middle seems too wide to cross. Lily dips the brush into the rainbow pool at the bridge's base, and with each stroke, the colors return, the bridge slowly knitting itself back together. When the bridge is fully restored, a soft, shimmering path appears, allowing them to walk safely across to the next part of the garden. They step into the garden of crystals, where giant crystal flowers stand tall but dull, their once brilliant hues turn to lifeless stone. Lily paints each crystal with delicate strokes, imagining them glowing with the light of 1,000 stars. As she finishes, the crystals begin to hum softly, their colors spreading out in waves of light that make the entire garden sparkle. The air fills with soft, tinkling music, as if each crystal is singing a note of joy, lifting everyone's spirits. At the heart of the garden, they find the Book of Imaginary Friends, a giant book lying open but empty, its pages blank and forlorn. Bloom explains that every time a child imagined a new friend, their name and picture would appear in the book, bringing them to life. Lily carefully paints a small drawing of a new friend, a tiny bunny with big ears and a fluffy tail, and to her amazement, the bunny hops out of the book. As more friends are painted and brought to life, the garden starts to fill with joyful imaginary creatures, each one adding to the vibrant energy of the garden. They stumble upon the colorful carnival, where once bright banners and tents are now drooping and gray. Lily and Bloom work together, painting each tent, banner, and carousel in a swirl of colors, bringing the carnival back to life. The rides start to spin, the banners flutter, and imaginary creatures cheer as they line up for fun games and treats. The carnival bursts into motion, with music, laughter, and brilliant colors filling every corner, as if celebrating Lily's efforts. They reach the enchanted pond, where the water used to glow with soft blues and purples, but now it's murky and still. Lily dips her paintbrush into the water, imagining it swirling with colors, and slowly the pond begins to ripple with light. Fish with shimmering scales swim up, their bodies sparkling as they jump out of the water, leaving trails of color behind. Bloom and Pip dance on the pond's surface, their reflections glittering and bright, as the pond comes back to life. Shade reappears, angry and desperate to keep some part of the garden gray, his shadowy form towering over Lily and her friends. He tries to smother the colors with darkness, but Lily holds up her brush, creating a swirling shield of light and color around them. With a final, determined stroke, she sweeps the brush across Shade's form, filling him with light and color until he shrinks into a small, harmless shadow. Defeated, Shade sighs and melts into the ground, leaving behind only a tiny black pebble, which Lily carefully paints with a soft, warm color. The entire garden bursts into bloom as Lily's magic spreads, colors radiating out in every direction. Flowers bloom, trees sway, and imaginary creatures dance and sing, their laughter filling the air. Lily looks around, seeing the garden restored to its former beauty, brighter and more magical than ever before. Bloom and Pip thank Lily, their forms now glowing with vibrant hues, as the garden hums with life and joy. As the garden settles into its newfound beauty, Lily gently places a paintbrush back on its pedestal, promising to return whenever the garden needs her. The whispering tree and the other creatures cheer, calling her the guardian of the imagination garden. With a wave and a smile, Lily steps back through the door, back to her grandmother's attic, where the garden's magic still lingers in the air. She looks at the now glowing garden door and whispers, "I'll see you again soon," as the story ends with the door shimmering softly, hinting at more adventures to come. The story teaches that creativity and imagination are powerful forces that can bring light and color to even the dullest places. It shows how nurturing one's inner creativity can inspire others and transform the world around us.
Thanks for watching, kids. If you enjoyed the adventure, make sure to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and click the bell icon to never miss a new story. See you next time.